This video is sponsored by Tradecraft. Create your tags, tag your trades, store your recordings, create screenshots, and look at your statistics. You have the ability to create statistics using several widgets. You're able to place them wherever you please, having a place where you can store all your playbook trades, and you can quickly flip through them, studying all your trades. Tradecraft is more than a journal. It is a tagging software that allows you to create the statistics you need, where you have the ability to filter your trades out on an extremely deep level, allowing you to figure out exactly where your edge might be. For more information, check out the link in the description of this video or visit tradecraft.club.
All right. 0 viewers or 1 concurrent viewer. We're going to just narrate the close, kind of a later show than I'd like to do. But you know what? Shit happens. See what's going on. It's been a what's up, dude? 3 lions. You are the top commenter, even though you're like the only guy in here. Let's see what we got going on. I've went to lunch with my woman. Man, we've been pooping, dude. Oh, what's up, Juan? Wait, it's not showing me who's here. All right, now it is. It's lagging. Let's see what's going on. I'll pull this 30-second. Obviously, we've been kind of dumping a bit. And now it's racking up sideways. A lot of these levels are old. Let me bring you guys back. 3-minute. Let's look at our 3-second. So, I want to go through this. So if you're unfamiliar, delta bid offer at the bottom. It's not bid offer, it's market order. Kind of like a traditional volume histogram. These bars are showing delta. White is going to be the whiter colors are sub 15 delta. The slightly greener color, like here, is going to be, what is that, between 15 and 30, I think it is. I'll tell you right now, because I know somebody's going to ask. It's going to be 30, 15 to 30, and then we got 30 to 50 on these slightly greeners, and these are going to be over 50. Whereas these colors here are going to be contracting. So the more it glows like a heat map, the hotter the delta is. Like this. This was probably 75 or so delta. Sometimes they take that shit back like this. It can bounce. So the volatility has been pretty bad. Sometimes they don't. And then let's go in. Let's zoom out of this. See what they're doing here. Start kind of like getting some stuff together. See where they're hitting. So we're currently about here. I need to gather like context, some narration. So I want to look up in this section to see what they've been doing up here. So here, which they've not hit the other end. See how this spiked to 200? So this bar, if you when you watch me draw the boxes, it's going to be on these like spikes. Yellow is going to be a 200 spike. We're going to be ultra careful right here. There was one where it just hit it. There was another one up here where the buyers intended to go at it. And then they got squeezed, in my opinion. What else do we got? Another little section over here. This one. We'll combine these two. Spike. Because this has been working really good today, and then right here there's another spike in this section. Okay, we got enough levels to the upside. Let's see what they're doing on the bottom. Line this DOM. Two different computers. That's why you got two mouses. So right here, I mean, they're kind of like... See this yellow area? They're working their way up into it. The problem is there could be a lot of pivoting above us. 80. 80. I'm going to pulse check a short, meaning I'm going to just take a mental short in here, which I would have not got filled. I want that 89.75. It worked. So getting my pulse check together, pulse checks are always important. Always, always, always important. So the white boxes are going to be these 80s. I'm not going to do every single one. We got here, this section. What do we got below us, only in case they don't push through this upper area. And once they go through this yellow box, I'm going to get rid of it. If they go through it. They could be pivoting off the bottom of it. What's up, dude? Sorry I missed you last week. I forgot what happened. I don't remember what happened. I had to go to... I think I went to a fucking engagement party or some shit. Which is crazy because they ended up... They're friends of ours and they ended up splitting up that night. We spent a bunch of money on champagne for them. I told my girlfriend, I'm like, can we get that back? Since they're not together anymore. Is there any way we can possibly get that champagne back? Yeah, it's great, man. Great to see you in the chat, dude. So see how they hit this area and now they're coming back through it? That's no longer valid. Notice the green deltas are kind of coming up in the same area, unchecked. A little bit of red. So they're defending here. This is going to be a really tough trade, by the way. Yesterday was pretty bad for me. Today was good. Monday was a struggle. Look at the volume is kind of not coming in as fast as I would like it. Now, I do believe this pink line's no bueno. I do believe they might push up through this box and overshoot it. But I want some other confirmation. They're slipping here. See how it's like dumping quickly? What's below us? We probably need to start gathering information about what's down here. Just so I can kind of have an idea. That's not valid. This one here. It's kind of the next little area. I just took a point. I think will sit on my hands for the rest of the day. Good job, man. A point a day keeps the bills away. Really, you need maybe two of them. 2, 3, 4. Now they're pushing up, but they're not giving me quite what I would want. Good God, this is like dragging ass. It's alright. So I had been watching these 200 areas for some time now, and then I put these 80s on because of the volatility being so damn low. Right here, I feel I would like it here at 90.50. I could get filled on it, but I'm going to pulse check it. That would be a fill. I kind of don't like it, though, because they're pivoting off this. It's not bad. There, that would be giving me about a tick. Two, maybe. Excuse me. I usually do not eat during the trading sessions at all. Yeah, they fucking... And I had tacos. My woman wanted to go for lunch. What do we got going on here? What are you fuckers doing? Watching this. They're really not tapping into the 80s as much as I'd like to see. So this... Oh, hello. Nurse. Somebody done hit it hard. So that's over 200. Oh, they're pivoting off of it. My question is, are they going to do that again? I'm going to pulse check a short 90.50. I think I would have got filled on it. Just want to make sure like I'm like good. There's a move down. No rush, man. I just like I want to get like, you know, I want to feel it. I want to feel it. I want, and I also want to make sure I'm getting into something that can potentially give me a point, which it's, notice how these are like 2 ticks. So it's a 3-second chart. Notice how it's like 2 ticks. In a lot of areas, like that's rough volatility. Volatility really is, oh, they're pushing through that. So do you see how this spiked hard here and then it's spiking here? This could be these buyers because that's delta. Like that's outstanding buy volume. There was more buying volume here. They have come out right there. So these guys may have taken a loss. We don't know exactly, but typically you can see them come in and out in roughly the same areas. So the problem is I don't have anything marked below us. So we're going to have to do that. Like I want to stay on top of everything. You think it wants to rally? Why do you think it wants to rally? Logic, please. Let's see, there was an 80 hit. There was an 80 wick right there. Curious why you're... I can't predict for shit long term. Okay. This is kind of the next real banger of an area. I could agree with you for now. I want to stay on top of it. Heavy delta right there. What's up, dude? I don't know if they're going to pivot off this back end. Definitely not going to rush this. Let's see here. Was that another 80 right there? Was. This son of a bitch is squeezing. I could puke it back to this yellow box. That's like a tick, though. I don't want to go for a fucking tick. The problem with going for a tick is, like, I might not get filled because we can see right here that the volume is not coming in quick enough for me to, like I can get trapped. There are these points where I can't do anything. Like if I know I can potentially, ooh, they really rotated that. That's a good sign. They're slipping a lot. The problem is they could pivot off this. This is why I like to go for points because so this is gone now. Because they went through that one, they went through this one as well. With a point, there's a margin. There's like a sort of more of a margin I can trade in, like these guardrails. When all that's really being offered on a lot of what I'm seeing as a tick, there's really no room for error. Whereas if I can get that momentum for a point, and things aren't working, I can get a tick. I can get 2 ticks. Like overall on broader direction, I'm wrong a lot. But for me, I'm not trying to figure that out. I guess it's range scalping both ways. We'll be fine for retracement or unwind. I don't really know, man. All I can do is predict potentially the next second. And beyond that, I like how they're coming through this section. So they knocked that out. They knocked that out. Stay on top of it. I was thinking they may rally towards the close. I think after what happened down here, it makes sense they could push through some of this, but I don't know if they're going to rotate. They knocked that out. They knocked that out. They knocked that out. But now I don't have fuck all above us to really be to really understand what they could be doing overall. 200 right there. Here, about 80 on this section. There might be a scalp setting up in here. Look, they're punching low here. They're really attempting to push that section. Could get... this is a real sloppy little area. A lot of this high flow that came in is starting to come out. It's only worth like a tick if it comes out to me. I don't have shit marked up here, so I don't even know. That's kind of a problem, is I don't know what's above us at this point. So we'll take a look. Right here. I need to start gathering information. Let me take a fucking gander. They were hitting it here. Where else? What's above us? Big old cell right there. That should give us some form of an idea. They sold here as well. Quite a bit. Let's go back, see where we're sitting at. A couple levels above us. We can... let's see. I was just thinking. Oh my god, Fat Cat Red Mike can die happily now. Don't put me on a pedestal. I'm just some fucking guy. You know what I mean? Man, this is kind of getting a little... It's like they're cooking in here. Son of a bitches. Everything's so tight. See it? They just pushed that on a 22 lot. Really, it would be less if you remove that 5. That's an example of some spoofing. Where are they hitting more here? This whole area is getting expanded. It's about to be 2 o'clock. I don't know if the bond market closed. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But it'll cause a nasty little volume spike. So we want to just be patient, really. Patience. Keep watching what they're doing here. Dude, I am the pedestal. I don't know, man. I appreciate the love. There could be a bit of a like a 4-tick move down here if they can start pushing down there. Take a couple of like deep breaths real quick. I'm not gonna breathe in the mic. Just kind of just trying to lower my heart rate. For some reason, it's going up a little bit. I like how they're pushing on this upper region. Man, they're slipping a lot. I like that. Now, I don't want to go into this backslip too much, but we'll give it a fucking go here. Oh, shit, they tapped me. I'm trying to get out for that point. There we go. Oh, baby, that was so smooth. That was smooth. Now I'm going to get fucked for bragging. Because what happens is when you do that, the trading gods, they will come down and they will right on your ass. I told you there might be a 4 ticker. I could have probably... No, I don't know if I would have got filled. But it's all probabilities, right? It's like you don't really know. Sometimes I'll get in the trades because my first 2 trades today were losses. I don't remember what I pulled. Like 1,800 maybe. The first 2 trades minus were like I was down 1,500, minus 900, minus 600 or whatever. But I don't know. It's kind of like counting cards at casinos. Not that I actually do that. But that was a lot of work to hunt that little 4-tick trade. How long have we been here? 27 fucking minutes. Right? That took forever to hunt. But that's how it should be. I mean, sometimes when you have high vol, see, they're going through this area. This is gone now. What about that one? I wouldn't quite rule that out yet. So in hindsight, sure, it's going down. Could have held it. Yeah. That little fucker worked almost right away. That was so smooth. Those are my favorite when they just work. So we're going to pull this because it's kind of like expanding here. Just trying to... So they kind of bounced off that. This should be about that yay big. Remember, just trying to gauge where these 80s are. Because that delta is outstanding buying and selling. So, because if you look at the order flow here, when it gets stuck at the same tick like that, look, 70 minus the 83 plus the 70, 92 plus 80, 90, 100. If you do the math, there really isn't that many contracts. See how it got stuck on the bid offer there? That's all wash trading in my opinion. Or that's my terminology for wash trading. Most of that volume doesn't fucking matter. It's not moving the market. I want to know like where the outstanding volume is. Where is it lopsided? Where is there... And that's where the delta kind of comes in clutch. Just got $50 on my little one lot trade there. Let's see what they do here. Um, there's a bit of reclaiming right in this section. I love how they're pushing off this. I do like that, but I don't know if it's going to dump right back in. Keep watching it, hunting it. Take some breath. Kind of doing that Wim Hof sort of breathing technique I've talked about before. If they might be able to push this down here, but it could be a tick or two, and I don't think that's worth it. There it is. One tick. It would be. Could get a fill on it. But that's the thing. I go short here. You know, I'm getting a fucking tick. It ain't worth it to me. And then trying to hang out to figure out what's going to happen to me is just a gamble at that point. Like, why would I try to push? Like, to me, the trade is only worth it, the tick. Now, they are going through this, so this is kind of no longer relevant. This is tapping right into the 80s a bit in this section, that bar. See, I try to hold it for more. That's what could happen. I could get blown out beyond what that was worth. Is that really worth the tick? I mean, yeah, sure, I could have got a tick, but to me, it's just not. There's no room for error. It's like, dude, I better get the fucking tick or else I'm fucked. And then you get fucked like 8 ticks or so. You know, it's not worth. That was not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. Yeah. I'll tell you this. The market, trying to predict that shit is like trying to figure out the Powerball numbers for the lottery. You know what I mean? They're kind of traversing all over this box. I'm going to remove it. It's easier to predict the next few seconds. But you didn't predict that. It's hunting, though, man. It's hunting. I've been watching a lot of I've been watching this Australian guy who pans for gold in fucking rivers and shit in Tasmania. Trading reminds me of that. It's like you're sifting through a bunch of fucking dirt until you find something. I'm definitely going to have to get water here in a moment. I didn't get any. Keep watching it. Or like there's this guy, and his name's like Prospector Jeff or some shit. I don't know why I like those gold panning shows. Buddy, look at their defending. Could be a pivot here. So this, while this is just kind of fucking around. Gracias, thank you. Yes. Would you like to say, you don't want to say nothing to anybody? Yeah, it's live. You want to say, here, come here. Say something. Come here. Yeah, yeah. You gonna go back to sleep? Yeah, she's gone. She'll Instagram all damn day long, but this is, so they're pushing through this section. Yep, she's gone. So this dude in Tasmania like gets gold out of the fucking river, right? And this other guy, he looks for the gold in the river, but then he tries to figure out where the source of it comes from, and he's like a geologist and shit. This is the most fascinating shit ever, and it just reminds me of trading so much. So let's take a fucking peek at that. See, I'm not getting enough. I'm not getting enough volume. You can see a lot of buying came in here. Keep watching this very carefully. Spikeroo right there. I don't know if these guys are going to start puking. Oh, there they go. Yes. Puke. Yes. I need to look at a slightly higher time frame. Okay. Possible short. There it goes. There it goes. Just for a few ticks. But that to me is still not worth it. I don't want short until 86 for you. Did you get in right here? Don't answer me if you're trying to fucking manage it. Get rid of this. $91s? Okay, that's not too bad. You got balls to hold that. Well, I wouldn't say that necessarily, but I certainly wouldn't do that personally. This whole fucking area is like just brewing. Good God. Right about here. Ah, fuck. We're gonna miss that. I ain't gonna take that. Try to get a little long, but many reclaims on minor swing. Ready to stop on trail. Imagine that's coming up for you. Low volatilities will retest and recheck and fuck with everything. Oh, look at that. Somebody's buying a lot. Right there. I've kind of already gone through this section. This is why I scalp, dude. It's just like that type of shit coming back on top of you all the fucking time is just it's maddening at times. This son of a bitch might. The problem is that volume is so low. It might start to float up into 91.50. But that would be a gamble if I took that. Which I don't want to do that. Ooh, wow, dude, the reloading on that, it's a one fucking... Barely any volume coming in. That looks good. There we go. Just patience. That's all it is. Patience, patience, patience. Patience. This is getting knocked. Literally one tick at a time. Kind of get in there a little, zoom in a little bit. I guess we should scalp At the same time, buy 0-day options for longer plays. Man, dude, I've gotten too fucked up on options. I have not gone back to them. The problem was that theta decay gets your ass on 0 days if it ain't moving. Unless you're trying to collect premium, I guess, but still. They knocked that out. Possible. Possible. Oh, fucking hell, I didn't get in. I'll cancel it. They bumped me in the queue on 89.75 to the long. Good cancel. See, there's not quite enough volume. But I'm going to be extraordinarily skittish. And patience. Yes, possible. Oh, there it goes. Thesis was right. That makes me feel good. Makes me feel real good. Feel better if I was in it. Oh, they're pushing through that. That might have a little bit of continuation low. Let's see, they blew that out. We're kind of at no man's land at this point in time. Fucking, I'm freezing. I'm thinking about clicking on that 89.25 because you got the Reds defending it. Push to here. But there's not enough. I want something more to lean on because it's so low volume. See, that would have been worth 2 ticks. And then it would be going 2 up my ass right here. Can I ask you if you have you tried to match Serodom to the same calculation on Jigsaw? I try everything but nothing. Yeah, I'm using both, but I have 2 computers. This is my execution PC, which I don't do anything else on with it. Execute. I've not attempted it. I have. There's people who have like templates or whatever you can build. If you join the Discord and ask, that's free. Somebody might be able to help you. Buying them in the money with about 5 to 10 strikes will reduce the theta substantially. Oh, I don't know. If I was to get back into options, I don't want to trade like John Locke does. He's an S&B trader, but he has his own channel called John Locke or some shit. Just type in John Locke trading. He runs these crazy strategies I've never seen anybody else do, and I like him a lot. They're mostly built off like modified butterflies and shit. You're obviously trying to collect premium. Can you show the study that highlights the red and green lines? These, I assume, it's a lot. It's called volume delta lines, and somebody modified it. And there's a shitload. I had somebody build it. But there's a bunch of them. It's 1 through 15 is black, like a black to a light gray, so you can barely see a black. And then 20 lots all the way up to 100 start to glow from a dark green to a whiter green or red. And there's a shitload of them in there. I've since had somebody rebuild this study to make it to where I didn't have to have a shitload. But if you guys use it, because this is custom, it's volume, what is it called? The study. Volume delta lines or some shit. The problem is it's going to be showing you lines above and below that you don't want to see. Somebody modified it for me. Don't trade like Tom. I like John Locke's shit a lot. And he does not run them to expiration. Trading is hard enough. I ain't modifying any code. Yeah. I can't do that either, but luckily, you know, I do have people that help me out. You know, so. Well, I guess they finally decided to drift lower. Man, this thing is just like meandering. We got our one trade, 4 ticks. I'm going to put on some thunder sounds. See, my ADD and shit starts to kick in. Like, when I hit an hour, I start to just, like, because the focus is so intense. Oh, that one sucks. This is just what we have to do, man, though. You know, so it's just... Or you can be a storm chaser and chase fucking stocks and play. Or possibly NASDAQ. This thing ain't doing shit. Looks like it's doing shit, but trying to catch some momentum. There could be something, though. Something always sets up. There's always something around the fucking corner. Oh, God, I'm tired. I've been maintaining my 20-hour fasts until today. Kind of, like, moved it. Because my woman wanted to go for lunch and eat fucking Tex-Mex. Slows you down, I guess. Let's see here. But that's the thing. You can't get bored and just start placing fucking trades. That doesn't ever work out. That never works out. My brain needs the carbs so I can trade, really. Yeah, I do feel that little boost, and that brief boost in performance. I run on a lot of carbs, too. But after doing 20 hours, I don't know, the focus is substantial when you do, like, intermittent fasting. At first, you'll feel a little fluish. But I do it mostly because I want to. What's going on up here? Fuck. Another non-fill. Try to hit that fucking long. It's just trading, man. It really is like counting cards. There's a really good documentary on fucking counting cards. Let me pull it up. You guys should all watch it. It came out recently in the last few years. It's called Inside the Edge of Professional Blackjack. Oh, is it on YouTube for free? Wait, is this... Yeah, here it is, boys. I think this is it. Okay, check the... I hope this is it. I'll link it. So this guy, he wears disguises and shit. And he counts cards. Counting cards have edge, right? And it shows his equity curve. But man, you just got to stick to what you're doing. And if sometimes I miss the hit, I can't fucking chase or nothing. It's like when you count cards, you have to just keep doing shit, even though you might be losing or you're not getting filled in this circumstance. Just keep doing what I need to do. Not stick to the plan. I know it's easier said than done, right? Like holding losers and shit. I think a lot of traders fuck up because they hold their losers too long. That's what I do. That's how I get fucked up. That's when I get really fucked up. When I could just scalp or whatever. I did a 10-day water fast before for my master. It was hell. Yeah, I mean, going that long, I just do it 20 hours a day. Going that long, phew, you know what I mean? That's pretty nuts. At that point, I would feel kind of sick. Oh, look at that. I really like how they're cooking off this. But now they're slamming through. There might be a quick dribble down if they... Yep, there's that quick dribble down. And then they fucking re-bang up. We need to see how much this has been checked above us. You really are at the mercy of volatility. So this little thing is getting kind of... Might be a shot to 92.75s. If they can just... If they can just peak... No. They can just peek it. They're not giving it up. What do we got here? Yeah, they just weren't giving it up. It's getting ready for that a long right there. Actually, probably put these in red so I know where the selling is. Plus, I accidentally hit the wrong fucking hotkey. Definitely fucking puking here. Big ass reclaim there too. That's gone. They knocked that out. Probe it. Ah, fuck. No, I ain't gonna get it. Probed at it long, couldn't get into it. Just not enough fucking volume. Which is okay. Like, the moment I start getting frustrated on that, I'm gonna start chasing, and that's gonna get me fucking killed. It's gonna get me fucked. Let's see here. Kind of like it here, but I don't know if they're gonna collapse right the fuck back in. Yeah, they did. See, it's definitely more difficult when all there is a tick. Oh, who's this? You can see there's definitely some spiking and shit going on. Is there a good long now? I don't know, man. I'm only good at... Do you recommend Apex Trading Challenge? I've never done Apex. And I don't know if there's a good long right now. The moment I take a trade, then that's when I think it's good. Right? I don't want to tell you that, hey, there's a... There could be a slight short here. Oh, nope. See, it's really jammed up in this section. Fucking hella jammed. Right here, if I can get it. Fucking miss it. See, 89.25. As soon as I click it, it just jammed up. That's just part of not having good volume flow. I'll get one. God, the hunt though, you know. The hunt. So we're gonna let that fucking, cause they were just brewing and brewing and brewing in there. They knocked all that out. They knocked that out. I never traded Apex before. I don't really. There is an issue with Apex. I've had buddies who have not been paid by them, which is kind of bullshit. Like, if I'm not mistaken, for a long time, Apex kept you on a sim account. So what happens? Son of a bitch, this ain't working. Getting squeezed. There might be a bounce here. I'll give it slight amount of grace. That ain't looking too good for me. I'll take it. I'll try to get out for a 3-tick loss. There we go. So now we're up a tick. It's going to happen. Hitting a major area here. A little bit of a squeeze in there. Okay, they blew that out. See, that exit, that was a good exit because it could have just kept getting worse. You're definitely getting a lot of weird activity in here. I don't really want to trade a lot of that. That's got knocked out. Can we get a pullback? To me, this is an okay spot. If I can get the fuck in it. There it is. Sometimes getting filled in this type of environment is pretty nasty, though. Instantly sinking on me. Might get a bounce in here. Let's see, this is just getting worse for me. Still might get a bounce. Don't want to hold this for too much longer. They knocked that out. That's it. This is like, I'm on the verge of having to get the fuck out of this son of a bitch. I don't think I can get a fucking point of loss. Can I get a point of loss? Can I get it? Can I fucking get it? Can I fucking get it? Good God, I can't get out. There we go, 5 tick loss. Good exit. So now we're kind of down 4 ticks, roughly. It's just that it's tough, man, when the volume ain't there. Let's see. See, and it just fucking grinds out like that. Those are dangerous. Blew that out. Take a look at this. Kind of in a range overall. And there it goes right back up. For me, that ain't worth fucking holding because there's just times where it just drifts. Like this would just and keep going. I'm not going to. Took stops from that range there. It can be long now, maybe. Keep looking at it. They flushed those guys out. They're going below it. Can they pivot off this backside? They can, and they're pushing up. I'm a little concerned about this slip range below us. Would like to punt along right here. The most I'd get out of it is about a tick or two. Just concerned about that slip range below us. They haven't quite knocked all that. They definitely getting that buying to come in. For sure. Knock that out. Pretty relentless. Flush. Flush. Possible pivot here. Oh, it's getting dangerous. God damn, it doesn't move for shit. It's a problem. Pick up a tick. Pick up a tick. Well, that happened. That would have been nice to get a 250. Pfft. Let's see. I use bookmap. Find is helpful. If done well, it goes 2 to 3 ticks in your favor immediately. That got knocked. That got knocked. That got knocked. You got this behemoth. See, the open is a little bit easier when it has some volatility. Oh, they're coming out. Right? I can't react to that. Want that 92.50, but it's a little late. See, even though it's the close, it's kind of like... It's kind of shitting on itself a little bit. They went through this. Got knocked out. Got knocked out. It's getting harder to track at this point. See, it's still stuck in these like little 2-tick fucking deals, even though it's the close. It's getting much more difficult to, a lot more difficult to track here. Like, I think it could do whatever in this section. They might close it here. Apple had a big pop. There might be the slightest little push right here, but I'm not going to be able to get filled on it. Like, I can see these little tiny micro moves, but getting into it is, with the volume, is definitely difficult. Look at that sons of a bitches right here. Possible pivot. Thought about hitting that 93.75, but just I'm not getting enough movement on a lot of this shit. Flush. Ah, there's a reclaim down there. No flush. There's the flush. possible pivot right off this section. Oop! Immediately running me over. Immediately running my ass over. Hardcore, too. Pivot. Pivot. That's gone. I don't think they're going to quite get to me for the exit. But we're going to take it for the break even for sure, 100%. Because that went against me way too much. Good break even. Definitely making me fucking work. That is for fucking sure. Right here, fuck, I can't get into it. Just slightly too late. That's the problem, is like, just that low volatility. Not to make excuses for getting ran over here, but in this type of environment, it's when you get filled, there might just be problems. The good trades, I seem to never be able to actually get into. But, you know, I can't get frustrated. I have to just keep working it to the best of my abilities. Got along 93.50. Oh, there we go. Fuck. Oh, I think we'd be down, though, still. Let's take a look. Give me a minute here. There's just not enough time. I'm kind of over it at this point. So you're talking, let's take a look. How many trades did we pull? We pulled 6 trades on a 1 lot. We'd be down $10, so basically just under a tick. $10.78, which ain't too bad. So just a tick, which is not at all bad. That can be recouped. Look at that fucking son of a bitch slamming back in. Not too bad for a really challenging environment. I think that's I think that, you know what's good about this stream? is it just kind of shows you, like, it's one thing if I'm sitting there crushing it, right? But to watch a stream and see me, like, actually fighting and having some problems, because that really does happen. I think that there's a lot of value in that, personally, to watch a trader kind of get into tough situations. And I'll say that I felt good about every trade, even the ones that blew me out a little bit. That one got really sketchy, that break even. There's so many pivot points. Wow, there's a fuckload of delta right here. Like, somebody's absorbing it. I mean, when did we sit down? Like the last hour? Look at it. Kind of didn't really do shit. The problem with ranges is they just don't trade as clean as they used to. They're real nasty. They get really sticky in certain areas, and you don't get that clean. You don't get that clean, like, range look to it. But I think just seeing the struggle and shit and just keeping composure and hunting and just hitting the appropriate setups. I don't know. It goes down to that analogy. You know what I'm saying? It's if you flip a coin and you win $1 on heads, but you only lose 50 cents on the tails, would you keep doing that? Of course. Because ultimately you're going to always win. So when it comes to the way I'm scalping, sometimes I'll just have a couple of, like, nasty little streaks. Sometimes the quarter lands on tails a few times in a row. But then there's times where it's just like heads. And I know if I had a little bit more time, I could work on that. Work my way out of that situation. That's what happens when I bragged when I got that clean 4-tick win. But anyways, guys, down $10. That ain't so bad. Less than a tick. Really it is, because you got to think about it. Being down a tick is $12.50 plus commissions. So we're doing all right. We'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in the next Wednesday.